My name is Leonardo. I am from Mexico City. I am Mexican. I am an artist, a painter, and I love living every moment. So I try to live like very freely and understand life in another way. So whatever I experience in life, I try to bring back to the paintings. I got my name by my parents. They baptized me with this name because they admired two great artists like Leonardo da Vinci and also David Alfaro Siqueiros. So I already was chosen to be an artist since before I was born. Instead of milk, I received oil. So in fact, when I was 5 years old, they gave me my first bunch of colors of oil. So already when I smell oil, for me it's like paradise. It's like beautiful. I mean, since then I have been in touch with making art. I mean, of course, still was a kid, but my heart was already an artist's heart. I belong to a family of artists. I have a brother who is a writer, very professional artist, and also my mom, my father who is in heaven, and also an uncle who was a sculptor and also a doctor. So somehow in my family, we like to have a universal knowledge, so to get everything together, then to express through art. I studied in Mexico City in two major fine art school universities. One is San Carlos and the other La Esmeralda. More than the schools were the teachers. So I have two great masters, two great teachers. One, Arno Belkin, and he studied with David Alfaro Siqueiros. So one of the major painters in Mexico. Also, Siqueiros was teacher of Jackson Pollock. And he told me many things about life, but especially about muralist art painting. In the other hand, also I had another great teacher, very, very important as well, whose name was Vladimir Kivalchik, a Russian artist, who was the disciple of Diego Rivera, very important painter in Mexico. So these two columns is in my background. Well, I love making large canvas paintings and also murals because since my childhood, I was in contact with art. Like my parents, they were painters, so I could see the sizes of their paintings. They were not that big, but for me, I was a small child, so I saw like large murals. And also when I used to visit different museums or churches in Mexico, they have big canvas on the walls. So for me, it was like something very amazing. Somehow in my roots, my blood, is that energy is there. So I wanted to try these big spaces. And then when I get in touch with the muralist movement, I knew it's a way to present the history or the different topics to all the culture, all the community. So it's open to everybody. When I make murals, my main goal is to express a topic. And essentially, I want to talk about my country, my roots, my history. And I choose topics like Mexican history or like pre-Hispanic history or like fine art topics, myths and legends. But especially I want to talk from spirituality to spirituality. So sometimes I just make topics like art from art, where we'll be very open-minded to everybody, no any concise topic, but more like to be able to translate my feelings through murals that everybody will understand. So that's why I love it. It's like, I don't know, maybe making a movie. It's a full screen, everything's together, so it's a very challenging, and it's like, takes all the energy from you, so you have to give the best. Well, San Miguel Allende is a very beautiful place, and I came the first time in 1986 because they were giving muralist painting class, and I came from Mexico City to take it, and the teacher was precisely my teacher, Arno Belkin. So that course was given after 100 years of the born of Diego Rivera. So somehow it was very symbolic, and also I find that, you know, the secret of this town also for a painter is the light. Every day is a beautiful day where you have the best light of the natural light from the sun, and for me, I need that to make the best quality of art. And since then, I was falling in love with this city, and I now belong to this town. My style is free expressionist. What does it mean? Wow, it's a nice question and also a big answer. It was created after I had an experience in the mountains with native Mexican Indians that lived like 3,000 years ago, and they are shamanic. And I went to a very sacred ceremony where they try different plants to get in touch with their gods. And they dance with the fire, with the rain. But the most interesting is that they bring different ways to represent their gods. So somehow it's not the Occidental way to represent beauty. this is another way. After I came back, I realized I have this like shamanic knowledge. And I wanted to express through my canvas with no any project, just bringing life, bringing fire, and dance with the canvas, moving, putting my hands, bringing the oil. But then I use the free movement of the brush to bring energy. So I want to represent the major character, the human being. So normally I try to express with a lot of expression all these faces, bodies. It's a new way to express life in this 21st century. And that's why I call it free expressionism. So I think people is recognizing something that is like very powerful. It's more like a new statement. So I think this art is not for decoration. It's art for everybody. My art has been shown in different places, such as the Robert Mondavi Bnaior's Cultural Center in Napa Valley, California, as well like another important cities in the United States, also in Europe. In Mexico, my work is spread in many museums in different states of the Republic of Mexico. So it's the places where I have been showing my work. I now work with the most important gallery in San Miguel Allende, Guanajuato, Mexico. This gallery name is Bnaior Group. The owners of this gallery, they are like a family, and no regular family. They are all artists. So the father, Rene Senior, who is the director, is a sculptor himself, a poet, and also a great musician, a blues and jazz musician. The son, Rene, plays the bass, and also he's very well in contact with the art history. The sister is an artist herself. Her name is Carolina Parra, and also the oldest sister is an architect. So somehow the three children, the father and also the mother, they are all together. So they're really concerned about the art, not only in San Miguel, but also all around the world and in Mexico, of course. So hopefully everybody will have the luck that I have to be in this gallery. When I make a small canvas oil painting, it's the same feeling of a mural. It takes the same energy, it's the same artist. And besides, I have all the background, all the experience of making like more like 30 murals all over Mexico and also in other countries. So when I make a canvas, it has the same quality. So I might say, it's not important of the size, but the quality. And every canvas brings the idea of a mural painting.